Scarlet and Vile, this record, I think it's been almost 6 years.
6 years? I think we've been working on it 6 years.
This is my 5th year of marriage, and we started before I even got married.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess it has been 6 years since The Winter of Our Discontent came out. But I've done a lot of stuff in between, so I've been busy, you know. Rocking on the podcast. You can't always put a time on creativity. If somehow you're able to allot time to goof around a little bit, that's usually when the cool stuff shows up. Nobody goes to MySpace, Facebook, YouTube. So it took a lot of goofing around to make this record, basically. The band has evolved quite a bit.
I met Joey when I was in 8th grade, playing basketball in middle school. And yeah, and then in college I joined the band.
And proceeded to tour all over.
Tour all over with 4 stinky guys.
Nice.
Well, actually, 2 stinky and 2 metro guys.
So after Supernova, we had kind of a full band. We were touring a lot, and then it kind of went back, you know, to kind of the electronics with The Winter of Our Discontent, and so it was really just wound up being just Chrissy and I.
Most of the writing process is actually us just spending time together in the studio, and usually Joey will put an idea together, just a scratch idea, something he's come up with in the car, or, I mean, there's been plane trips that have produced songs, there's been car trips, there's been trips to Starbucks, there's been ideas that pop up in his head other places, maybe the bathroom, I don't know.
Thanks. I don't know where she picks out these melodies, but she, for the most part, will doesn't just map out her melodies, but will basically, you know, tell me what to sing. I
think part of it is just the love that we've always had for for intricate harmonies and harmonies that surprise the ear.
I just need other people to tell me what to do, is really what it boils down to. I'm good at telling other folks what to do when it comes to producing other projects, but for my own stuff, I need someone else to tell me what to do. So Chrissy does a really good job of telling me what to do.
Usually when Joey tracks, when I'm tracking his melodies, I'm singing along trying to find harmonies, and then we'll sit, take the song home, and then listen to pieces that we don't like, and we'll fix those later. It's
been great. You know, we wrote all the songs together, and then we started bringing in some more folks. So Will came on, you know, a little, just not quite halfway through, a little bit before that, and he was just, he brought a really great thing to the table.
Safety first, kids.
I'm really good at getting to about 80% of getting things done. And then it's that last little bit of wrap up to finish songs, get that last 20% done. And that's where Will comes in and kind of kicks my butt a little bit. So that's been a really, really great dynamic to have him involved.
Sorry, I just had to eat my boba.
That's all right. And then we got basically our old drummer back, Dave Adams, who drummed with us for a long time.
You excited? Very. Yeah?
We were able to pull him back into this little mafia of ours, and he came back in and drummed on a Crybaby, and will be drumming on anything else, you know, in the future. John Ball, who's been in a bunch of different bands, he came in and started playing with us live guitars, and he's fantastic.
When I was in middle school, I bought you know, my first Echoing Green CD. I had this Echoing Green t-shirt that I rocked every day in middle school. So it's kind of funny that, you know, years later I end up, you know, playing guitar with Joey and Chrissy.
So he played on half the record, and on the other half of the record I had Aaron Moreno.
Moreno in the studio.
He's a good studio rat, because he can just sit there and kind of go crazy with his pedals and come up with sounds and textures, and he has just a really, really cool vibe. So we had a lot of people help out, you know, both people that are kind of core folks of the Echoing Green now, and then folks that just kind of stepped in and helped. And then probably the biggest deal for me was relinquishing the mixing reins on a bunch of quite a few of the tracks of this record.
Hi, I'm Simeon Bowring. This is my studio Vertigo Heights here. I've been mixing an album by a band called The Echoing Green.
I was having a hard time getting the handle on integrating some of the live drums with the electronics, and how do you do that right? Because when you're making it and writing it, you know, I think it's easy to get a little too attached. So sometimes you gotta give it to somebody else and say, look, I'm way too attached to this, I don't know what to do.
I really like that music. It's really in the sort of vein of music that I would probably buy myself, and it was in the style that I thought was really good. So that's why I took them on. I just like the music, really.
What he was sending back to me was fantastic. So I pretty much became addicted at that point, and decided that I really didn't need to mix any more of the songs.
I've been in this band since college, so I've been in this band.
Watch
it's
it.
been
Yeah, don't
it's been interesting to see the stages, because we went from touring non-stop and coming home long enough to do a load of laundry, some of us not doing a load of laundry when we're home, and then going and going and going to becoming more of a band where the time we have together is so limited that we just have to get right in the studio and just work together. But the band has kind of grown to be like, I don't know, part of the family, I guess. I think it's cool that our fans have stuck with us. I think it's way cooler that a lot of our fans feel like old friends than they do fans, because we still care what they think about our records. Like we still like to hear that feedback, and we look forward to seeing people at shows, and it's nice to see old familiar faces, and it's nice, really, really nice to see that we have new fans, some younger people coming along and dancing to our music.
Nice. That sounded darky. Okay.
We're all
I know. It's nice seeing younger people dancing to that dancey stuff.
And